Hello guys! Welcome back to my channel. I am just a random fangirl, but you can also call me Livy. And this time we're going to be reacting to Hamilton. And the song is called Right Hand Man. A reaction to each one of them, and I can watch the whole experience again, but this time just back to back, the complete musical as it's supposed to be watched. And yeah, I've just been really enjoying these songs. I mean, like, I don't know if I already told you this, but I've been putting off watching, I was putting off watching Hamilton for the longest time. I've known of Hamilton's existence about like 3-4 years ago, maybe even more, but I maybe didn't knew the name. I just saw some thumbnails about what I presume now it's the musical, and I just was never interested because I never investigated anything about what it was about, or anything at all. So I am always so shocked about how much I am enjoying these songs after putting off actually watching the musical for such a long time. I knew that it was going to be great because it's just one of those things that are so hyped and so mainstream, at least on the Broadway musical theater fandom, that you're going to love, but I just didn't knew how much I was actually going to love it. I kid you not, I've been listening to the first songs that we have already covered in this channel for like, I don't know, 4 times a day, maybe, sometimes even more. I am obsessed with it, and I'm just really having a great time and loving it. There are and I don't know, I guess that I'm just not used to this kind of music, and I don't know, it's just really great. I've been enjoying it so much. But anyway, last time we were reacting to 2 songs, and it was called Farmer Refuted, the first one, and apparently someone did tell me that the guy, well, wait, I know his name, I've been listening to that song. So Samuel Siberrain, yeah, and the the thoughts on the oh my god, what was it? Well, and the thing that was like a real thing that actually happened in history, like maybe not how it was portrayed in Hamilton, but that he was an actual person, and that was just really interesting to hear. Like, wow. That song was just so amazing. And then we had our introduction to King, I think it's King George, right? And yeah, he is such a fucking character. I love the performance. Another person commented that apparently the costume that he was wearing and the crown and like everything just looked really good quality, and apparently it was also really heavy, so the singer, the actor, couldn't actually move as much, and that's why the choreography of the song, it's just more stale, not stale, but more just the person singing and not a lot of movement, because it was virtually impossible for doing it. But I think that it just gave the whole song a really nice regal vibe that I loved, and how he started dancing at the end of the da 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 da. That was just amazing, and I also really enjoyed the animatics. I always feel like it's a good thing that I'm reacting to the songs in the musical and then to the animatics, because you can actually get so different information from the musical itself and then from experiencing something created by the fandom, because you can actually experience how the fandom or this particular person that is in the fandom, and so a portion of the fandom, see some of these characters, and they just have so many liberties about how to approach personalities and dynamics, and just in general, I think that it complements each other really, really well for me to experience both at the same time. And yeah, so I really enjoyed that song. It was so amazing. The king, he's one of the characters that I am crazy about. I love those kinds of characters that are so unhinged and so delusional. They are so delulu, and I love that. I live for that. Give me more of those kinds of characters, because yeah, that is my jam. So I enjoyed the songs so freaking much. I can't even explain how much I enjoy them. And all of the songs have been really, really great. And all of the characters are so, I don't know, so distinctive in their personalities, in their singing voices, in how they interact with one another. And I feel like every time that I'm reacting to any song, I feel like I have to pause every 10 seconds to talk about the lyrics, because the lyrics are amazing, or talk about the music, or talk about everything that's going on in the background and in the story. Like, it feels like there's always something going on. All of the characters are always doing something in the background, in the, you know, in the front, in everywhere. Everyone is in character all of the time, and it's just so fitting, because there is always something to look at, some little details that you might have missed the first time. So I am really excited for me to actually rewatch all of these when I react to the whole musical in one go, so I maybe catch some details that I haven't so far, because yeah, like it is just so great and amazing. And I actually knew that the tickets to Hamilton, at least with the original cast, were like super high praised. Like they were really, really expensive. So I never quite knew why, but now watching this, I think that it's the original cast. So I get why Hamilton tickets are so expensive. I totally would die to watch this in person. Yeah. The only musical that I've watched live, and I think that I've said this, but the only musical that I've watched live in a theater was actually in England when I was about 14, 15 years old. So it was a long time ago. And back then my English was not the best, so I couldn't understand half of the things that were happening in the musical, and it was wicked. And I think that I remember like maybe 2 scenes, and that is just saying a lot. I don't even remember the costume or the setting, and I think that that is so awful, because I love musical theater, and I couldn't just, like, it was such a long time ago, and then I wasn't really understanding what was happening, so I couldn't enjoy it as much as I could today. But it was a really nice experience anyway. I remember that we were buying ice cream in the intermediate point, and I do remember one song. I'm not really sure which one, but yeah. So I know that Wicked is also one of the really famous musicals as well. I don't think that you can see it from this. Yeah, no, you can't. But I have a Wicked book right over there. over there, and I love it. It's like really cute because the borders are green, and I haven't read it because I actually want to experience maybe because I know that Wicked is in the universe of The Wizard of Oz, I think. And I haven't watched that movie because it was way before my time. And nobody in my family actually likes musicals. Like, I am the only weird one here. So they never put me on a lot of musicals, even though I love musicals. So I am more cultured with Disney musicals. But anyway, there are a lot of the popular ones, of the big ones that I haven't experienced. And yeah, so I actually wanted to watch The Wizard of Oz first, and then maybe react to it because it's a classic. So I will put all of those things on the polls over on Patreon, and we'll see how it goes. When I can watch it, but I wanted to react to Wizard of Oz for a really long time because it's a classic. And I am pretty sure that there are a lot of different versions and a lot of context, and it's just fascinating, so I can't wait to watch that. But then I wanted to react to Wicked, as you know, the musical, so maybe I will do it in that order, and maybe then I will read the books. Because yeah, that is really interesting. So, anyways... that was a lot of talking, sorry. All of that to say that I am just really excited about this new song that I'm going to react. And okay, yeah, so only one song for today, and then next week we are going to be reacting to a couple of songs at the same time. So yeah, this one should be a really short video, but anyway, we are here, we're going to have fun. So, Right Hand Man. Okay, so, if you're watching this on YouTube, this is going to be a highlighted reaction. But if you want to catch the full version, uncut, unedited, unblurred of these reactions, you can check out my Patreon account. And we're just a bunch of songs ahead in there as well. So if that is something you'd be interested in, I will leave you my link in the description box down below, and feel free to check it out. I guess that's it. So we'll be starting the reaction. Okay, so I actually rewinded a little bit so I can, listen to the transition between one song and another, but okay. I love this song so much, and the way that I just love this actor. Some of you actually leave recommendations of other stuff that he's been in, so I will check it out eventually. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about this transition. That was great. Okay. Okay. A lot of troops. Okay. Ooh, I like this. Okay.
As a kid in the Caribbean, I wished for a war. I knew that I was poor, I knew it was the only way to rise up. If they tell my story, I am either gonna die on the battlefield in glory or rise up.
Okay, new outfits.
There's only one man who can give us a command so we can rise up.
Ooh, I like this.
It's the only way to rise up, rise up. Here he comes. Here comes the general. Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, the general.
The moment you've been waiting for.
Okay, love the energy.
Mount Vernon. Judge, who I
Washington.
Oh, Washington!
Outmanned, outnumbered, outplanned. We gotta make an all-out stand. Hey yo, I'm gonna need a right hand man.
Oh, okay.
Can I be real a second?
Ooh.
Just a millisecond. Let down my
Internal
guard and tell
dialogue.
the people how I feel a second. Now I'm the model of a modern major general, the venerated Virginian veteran, whose men are all lining up to put me up on a pedestal, writing letters to relatives, embellishing my elegance and eloquence. But the elephant is in the room.
Ooh, I
the
love
truth
this.
is in your face when you hear the British cannons go boom. Any hope of success is fleeting.
Okay.
How can I keep leading when the people I'm leading keep retreating? We put a stop to the bleeding as the British take Brooklyn. Night takes Rook, but look, we are outgunned, outmanned.
Oh, this is amazing. I love this song.
Outplanned. We gotta make it all out stand. Hey yo, I'm gonna need a right hand man.
Okay.
Battering down the battery, check the damages. We gotta stop them and rob them of their advantages. Let's take a stand with the stamina God has granted us. Hamilton won't abandon shit. Yo, let's steal the cannons.
Okay.
And watch the blood and the shit spray. And once the cannon, we're abandoning Kips Bay.
The lightning.
There's another shipping. Just on southern tipping. We gotta run a Harlem quick. We can't afford another slip. Guns and horses, giddy up. I decide to divvy up my forces. This skittish as the British cut the city up. This close to giving up. Facing mad scrutiny. I scream in the face of this mass mutiny.
Ooh.
It's the men with which I am to defend America.
Oh, honey.
We ride at midnight, Manhattan in the distance.
Difficult
I
times.
cannot be everywhere at once. People, I'm in dire need of assistance.
Of a right-hand
Your
man.
Excellency, sir.
Ooh, hello, babe.
Sir, permission to state my case.
As you were.
Sir, I was a captain under General Montgomery until he caught a bullet in the neck in Quebec. Well, in summary, I think that I could be of some assistance. I admire how you keep firing on the British from a distance.
There you go, babe.
Ask
Shoot for the
questions,
stars.
A couple of suggestions on how to fight instead of fleeing west.
Okay.
Well,
Your Excellency, you wanted to see me?
Ooh.
Hamilton, come in. Have you met Burr?
Yes, sir. We keep meeting.
that's all I'm saying, sir. I look forward to
shit.
seeing your strategy play out.
Burr,
Sir.
close the door on your way out.
Oh, my poor boy.
Have I done something
Oh,
wrong,
honey.
sir?
On the contrary, I
Oh,
called
he
you
was so
here because
excited.
our odds are beyond scary. Your reputation precedes you, but I have to laugh.
Sir?
Hamilton, how come no one can get you on their staff?
Sir.
Don't get me wrong. You're a young man of great renown. I know
Okay.
you stole British cannons when we were still
Yeah,
downtown.
he did.
Nathaniel Greene and Henry Knox wanted to hire
Yeah,
you.
to be their secretary. I don't think so.
Now, why are you upset?
I'm not.
It's all right. You want to fight. You've got a hunger. I was just like you when I was younger. Head full of fantasies of dying like a martyr.
Yes.
Dying is easy. Young man living is harder.
Ooh,
are you
ooh,
telling me
ooh, that is amazing.
Being honest, I'm working with the
Ooh, that
third
was
of what
great.
our Congress has promised. We are a powder keg about to explode. I need someone like you to lighten the load. So,
Oh, God. I am not throwing away my shot. Oh, God.
I am not throwing
He's
away
not.
my shot,
Oh,
sir.
God, that was perfect.
I need all the help you can get. I have some friends, Lawrence, Mulligan, Marquita,
Ooh,
Lafayette.
there you go. Your friends.
I need some spies on the inside,
Jeez.
some Kingsmen who might let some things slide.
It's already working.
And tell them we need supplies.
Like from the get-go.
Guys, master the element of surprise.
Okay.
I rise above my station, organize your information till we rise to the occasion of our new nation. Rise up, fight!
Ooh.
Rise up, fight! Rise up,
and his right hand man.
Ooh. Sorry. I know that I didn't said a lot in that one, but oh my god, there were so many things happening. So, okay, let me just talk a little bit before we got to the animatic. So that song was amazing. That the rhythm, the ooh. There are so many things to go on this, but I'm going to wait until I have seen the animatic so I can gather my thoughts a little bit more by the second time I've listened to the song. But one of the things that I wanted to point out is that I love how in these songs, in this musical, they keep on using these recurs. I'm not really sure how it's called, but you know, when you are playing with words, like for example in this one, like rise up, that it was just like, you know, you have to rise up, but also rise up as this, like, you know, when you're in the military and you are like not a soldier, but you know, you're in that kind of environment, and they are like rise up, and you have to, you know, like be on your best presentable self. And I just love that. I noticed that also when we were listening to My Shot, how they kept doing these word plays on shot, you know, like shot like shot and your shot. And it's just like it serves so many purposes because it can mean so many different things, the same thing being said by different characters. And I don't know, it's so beautifully done. I love this so freaking much. So let me just silence this for a little bit. And okay, yeah. So we are presenting a new character, and this time it's George Washington. So you guys know that I don't know a lot about, you know, USA history. Like, we are told quite a bit because, well, Mexico, it's really close to the USA, and so a lot of parts in history, like the Battle of Chapultepec, really collide with one another, and like there are a lot of history in common, but we never really dwell deep into USA history. We maybe know a little bit more of USA history and European history, and not as much with, I don't know, Asian history or Middle East history or African history. We don't know that a lot unless you actually start researching all of those themes on your own. But in your school, you never get taught that much. And I went to private school, so yeah, we still don't know a lot. So I know about George Washington, of course, who doesn't know about him? But I guess that I never wondered what part of history, what part of history he was a part of. And I think that he was like a really important president. I'm not really sure. So yeah, I was not expecting, but I mean, like, maybe I should have expected important figures to pop out in this musical, like, I don't know, King George, but I don't know, it was a great surprise. And the transition between one song and another, you know, about this song, this sickly song about, you know, how they are going to be back and they are going to regret leaving, and he is going to make sure to kill every single one of them so they don't forget about his love for them, which is chef kiss. I would listen to that song daily. But it is really interesting because we are transitioning to exactly that. He's following up on the threads that he did in the song, and it is in the beginning of the song a pretty somber but great, I don't know how else to describe it, somber but great start to the song about how they are surrounded and about how this guy apparently has a lot of troops on the water and how things are not great. And they are starting, like, you know, like they need to rise up. And I love the wordplay. And we have a little bit of costume change because we are entering another part of the history where they are already in, I'm not really sure if I should call it open rebellion, because maybe I think that for the context, like, they are already in war. All of the other songs up to that point, up to this point, were about, you know, how there is a lot of tension in the 13 colonies and, you know, how they are not really happy with how things are going, and, you know, they are planning on rebelling, but it is not a close deal up to that point, and we're getting to know characters and stuff like that. And by this point, with the costume change, because I think that this is like army wardrobe. I'm not really sure if I should call it that. I'm not sure, but like, yeah, we are in a war right now, so that is really, really interesting. And we are seeing all of the characters, and there is Hamilton, of course, then we have Lafayette, then we have, wait, I know his name, Hercules Mulligan, and we have my boy, my precious boy, John Lawrence. I love him. I think that I fall in love with him so freaking much because of how cute he is in the animatics. Like, he's cute here, don't get me wrong, but in the animatics, the way that he's drawn, it's just so precious and cute, and I want to pinch his cheeks and protect him, so yeah. And my most favorite, Aaron Burr, which is really interesting that we have seen him here, because we have seen that Aaron Burr in the other songs doesn't really like this particular crowd. So they are like, I don't know, frenemies. Like, they are still on the same side, but they are not the closest of friends, so it is nice that he's included in this. And then we are introduced to the only person who can apparently turn this chaos into a success, George Washington, who is a general in this point. And then we have Aaron Burr, forever a great narrator of what's going on, and he's so hyped up. He's hyping up the crowd, and then we have the entrance of George Washington, and I found really interesting because it seems to me, and I think that I've also mentioned this before, about how they are using this movement in the stage and music to signalize about actions and characters talking to one another. And then there are some moments in some songs, in certain parts of the songs, where things grow maybe a little bit quieter, and everyone in the stage, except for the character that's singing, up to this point it was mainly Hamilton. I think that it occurred 2 times, and and everyone else was like frozen in time, and the character just kept talking, but it was more like an inner monologue, like. And I think that this is exactly what's happening with this guy, because he's talking about, how he has a lot of pressure and things are not exactly going great, and everyone is just like trying to gain, not gain favor from him, but everyone is saying such nice stuff, and he, is not feeling quite great about that, because things are not going great, and that is just not helping too much. And it's such a, maybe not such a sharp contrast with what he was saying earlier about, what I am assuming to be motivational speech of sorts that he's saying to the people, because we are shown his insecurities and the things that he's actually thinking in the moment. So I don't know, that is a great recourse. I love it. And yeah, in all of the song, we are presented to the idea of him needing a right-hand man. And we have here my baby Aaron Burr. You guys know how much I love him. And and yeah, so he apparently wanted to be of service, and to for Washington to listen to his ideas, and to be important. And then George Washington is just like, no, I'll go with Hamilton. So yeah, that is a really interesting thing, because like, we have seen since I think it was Aaron Burr, sir, that even though they are quite similar in a lot of things, Burr's approach to life, it's much more different than Hamilton's. So they have their, they are not like with the same mentality. And I agree with Aaron Burr with a lot of the things that he said in that song, and then in my shot, I I just think that Aaron Burr is so much more calmer, and he almost seems to want to observe the situation first and then act accordingly. And I just feel like I can resonate with that so much, because like, yeah, there are a lot of instances and moments in life where you just have to be, you know, observant about what's going on around you. And Hamilton seems to be like this kind of guy that it's just hot-blooded and just everything out in the open. And I really admire that, because you need to have some an amount of confidence in you and in your points of view, but also a level of optimism, and also maybe even naivety. So they are really different, but they just keep finding each other, it seems, and then here they collide again, and they are like, yeah, we have met. We know each other. And Burr is rejected, and oh god, my boy was just trying to do his best, okay? But yeah, so Hamilton is the right-hand man. So that is really, really interesting. And he just, this moment here where, oh my god, now this moment where he was presented with the opportunity of working with Washington, and everything in the stage just changed the light almost, and it was just kept coming as a chorus, like, you know, like we are inside of his head, and everything that's going through his head right now in this precise moment is that he cannot waste this opportunity. He cannot throw away his shot. And he just starts working right there, right then. He has a million plans. He has a million strategies. And I think that there was a look that Washington gave him. Let me just see if I can find it. That he was almost like impressed that he was working like right then and there. And he recommended his friends, and he is basically the right-hand man. So I love this song. Now, let's watch the animatic. Here we go.
British Admiral Howe's got troops on the water. 32,000 troops in
Yeah, a lot of the same vibes that I had in the musical. Oh, and the looks that they are giving. I love that for them. Yeah, everyone. I love this vibe.
As a kid in the Caribbean, I wished for a war. I knew that I was poor, I knew it was the only way to rise up. If they tell my story, I am either gonna die on the battlefield in glory or rise up. I will fight for this land, but there's only one man who can give us a command so we can rise up. Understand, it's the only way to rise up, rise up. Here he comes.
Here comes the general.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Here comes the general.
the moment you've been waiting
So
for.
excited!
The pride of Mount Vernon.
No, because this hurts even more. Like, I already had the feeling that he was excited. But like, watching him get so fucking excited over Washington just hurts my soul more because of the rejection he's going to experience, okay? Aaron Burr, he's my baby, okay? I love him, I want to protect him. He is just... I don't know why I'm so attached to that character. Like, there is just something about his vibe that you know, really gets to me. And up to this point, I think that this is the more excited that we have seen him. Like, usually he's really, I don't know, calm, collected. Like, he has kind of a silver tongue, if you may, in some points. But he's calm. This is the first time that we have seen him this excited about anything in the life. And the fact that he's introducing him, I love it. I love it. I love it.
He comes.
Spidey senses.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh my boy.
Here comes the general.
the moment you've been waiting for.
Here comes the general.
The pride of Mount Vernon.
Here comes the general.
George Washington. We are outgunned, outmanned, outnumbered. real a second.
Yeah.
For just
And
a
the inner
millisecond.
monologue that
Let
I was
down my
talking
guard and
about,
tell
yeah.
the people how I feel a second. Now I'm the model of a modern major general, the venerated Virginian veteran whose men are all lining up to put me up on a pedestal, writing letters to relatives, embellishing my elegance and eloquence. But the elephant is in the room. The truth is in your face when you hear the British cannons go boom. Any hope of success is fleeting.
So we
How
hope
can I keep leading when the
That's
people
fine.
I'm leading keep retreating?
Oh,
We
honey.
stop to the bleeding as the British take Brooklyn. Night takes Rook, but look, we are outgunned, outmanned, outnumbered, outplanned. We gotta make an all-out stand. Hey yo, I'm gonna need a right hand.
I'm so excited. Ooh, and Hamilton is not, you know, like, he gave him a little bit look. He gave Burr a little bit of a look, and he saw that he was so freaking excited. My poor baby. My poor baby, okay? He deserves to be recognized because he's also really smart, apparently. And, you know, he has a different philosophy in life, and I just really agree with that philosophy. But, like, I just feel bad for him. And it's alright, you know, like, Hamilton is doing a lot of stuff, and he is really, really smart in his own goods. He's just a really different kind of person. And all of the work that he's been doing, like apparently stealing cannons, you know, is getting him noticed. So it makes sense. I still feel bad for Burr because he's so excited, and this is the first time we've seen Burr excited about anything. So yeah.
Damages. We gotta stop them and rob them of their advantages. Let's take a stand with the stamina God has granted us. Hamilton won't abandon ship, yo, let's steal their cannon.
Boom goes the cannon,
Lies.
watch the blood in this shit spray. And boom goes the cannon, we're abandoning Kip's Bay. And there's another shipping, we just lost Southern tipping. We gotta run to Harlem quick, we can't afford another slip. Guns and horses giddy up, I decide to divvy up my forces. This skittish as the British cut the city up. This close to giving up, facing mad scrutiny. I scream in the face of this mass mutiny. Are these the men with which I am to defend America? We ride at midnight, Manhattan in the distance.
My poor boy.
I cannot be everywhere at once, people. I'm in dire need of assistance.
He has so much on
Your
his shoulders.
Excellency, sir.
Who are you?
Aaron Burr, sir.
Hi, babe.
Permission to state my case.
As you were.
Sir, I was a captain
he's so
under
excited.
General Montgomery until he caught a bullet in the neck in Quebec. And well, in summary, I think that I could be of some assistance.
Confidence in
I
yourself,
admire how
babe.
you keep firing on the British from a distance. I have some questions, a couple of suggestions on how to fight instead of fleeing west.
Yes.
Well,
Your Excellency, you wanted to see me.
Hamilton, come in. Have you met Burr?
Yes,
Please.
sir. We keep meeting.
as I was
Ooh.
saying, sir, I look forward to seeing your strategy play out.
He's so
Burr,
cocky.
sir, close the door on your way out.
My poor boy, he's so dejected.
Have I done something wrong?
I
sir?
saw that face, Hamilton.
Contrary. I called you here because our odds are beyond scary. Your reputation precedes you, but I have to laugh.
Sir?
Hamilton, how come no one can get you on their staff?
Sir!
Don't get me wrong, you're a young man of great renown. I know you stole British cannons when we were still downtown. Nathaniel Greene and Henry Knox wanted to hire you.
To be their secretary, I don't think so.
Now why are you upset?
I'm not.
It's all right you want to fight, you've got a hunger. I was just like you when I was younger. Head full of fantasies of dying like a martyr.
Yes.
Dying is easy, young man. Living is harder.
I love
Why
that
are you telling
line.
me this?
I'm being honest. I'm working with a third of what our Congress has promised. We are a powder keg about to explode. I need someone like you to lighten the load. So, I am not throwing away.
Ooh, yeah. And all of these. Ooh, I love this.
I am not throwing away my shot.
Son, we are outgunned,
Ooh, I
You
love
need
that.
all the help you can get. I have some friends. Lawrence Mulligan, Marquis de Lafayette. Okay, what else?
outnumbered, outplanned.
We'll need some spies on the inside. Some kingsmen who might let some things slide. I'll write to Congress and tell them we need supplies. We rally the guys, master the element of
See,
surprise.
so fast.
I'll rise above my station, organize your information till we rise to the occasion of
You know
our...
what? I can tell if this is the worst or the best decision I have ever made. Yeah. I feel you, honey.
nation. So here comes the
So excited.
rise up.
Here comes the general.
Honey. Oh, babe.
The general.
Rise up.
He's so frustrated.
And his right hand
Oh, that was amazing. I love that so much. And again, I just really like and enjoy watching this like side to side, because it gives me like, of course it's the same vibe and it's the same story, but because it's from the eyes of the fandom, it gives you so much more insight about the characters and interpersonal relationships. So I don't know, I just really love doing, you know, the song from the musical and then the animatic. And yeah, no, this was amazing. This was so amazing. And I just love the recurring theme of putting these songs, like fragments of the songs that are really important to character and their motivations, like My Shot, that it's, you know, like the I Want song from Hamilton, the driving force of him, you know, like that part of I'm just like my country, I'm young, scrappy and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. That is so important and fundamental to his character, it seems, you know, like that is the core element about who he is and what drives him. And that is so important and so amazing, because we are getting to see that and experience that in moments of tension, in moments of, you know, of important inflection points in the story, like this, being Washington's right hand man. It, and you know how fundamental it's for the character to, you know, work hard and ascend to greater levels. And I just keep thinking about what animal these characters could be, and I don't know why. Hamilton, of course, gives me puppy energy. He's, of course, like a dog. He's overexcited, and you know, he wears his heart on his sleeve. He just, whenever something is not you know, sitting well with him, you will notice in his face. If he's excited about something, you will notice it on his face. He's incredibly hardworking and smart, and you know, that's the kind of character that you really can't help but loving. But at the same time, he gives me peacock energy. I don't know why. There is just something about how cocky he can get and how self-assured he is about himself. And you know, how he just acts. Like, there are some times where I could see, you know, peacock energy all around him. But he's like a really weird mixture of peacock and dog energy. I guess I will see how it evolves. Lawrence definitely gives me puppy vibes. He's a dog, like in the best way possible. Like, I love him so much. Lawrence, my beloved. And I don't know why, but I get so excited every time that he's on screen, because I just love how he's drawn, and he's so cute. Okay, his hair is so fluffy. He's a puppy. And then Burr, he's obviously a cat. Like, look at him. He is like so, you know, I don't know how to explain it. He's just a cat that, you know, really knows what he's worth, and you know, he knows what he's worth. That's it. He's a cat. I love him. I love characters that are cats. So yeah, Aaron Burr, my beloved also. I'm just getting so attached to these characters, and I think that it's a good thing that I don't know a lot of USA history, because this is a war. So I am kind of worried about something happening to these characters. So I am just really getting super damn attached. Anyway, all in all, I love the vibe of the animatic, because it was just really, really close to the same feeling that the musical itself gave me. But there are just so much things that you can do with animation, and these micro expressions, and you know, highlighting these moments, like Burr just Hamilton out of excitement. I love him. He deserves better. And his face, how his face dropped when Hamilton was, you know, walking besides Washington, and how he was like in utter disbelief that this was just happening. My poor boy, he deserves better. But I love this song, and yeah, Hamilton just got to work. He's fast. I just love this song so much, and I hope that we continue to see these interactions between characters. And of course, I want to see more about Washington, who he is as a leader, who he is as a person, because I had no idea that he was, in this period of history. So I should have known in retrospective, but it is just so amazing. I am so excited. Anyway, it was an amazing song, and yeah, I think that's all I had to say. I am definitely adding that to my playlist, and I know that I'll be singing this song for, I don't know, the next 4 weeks, every day, every hour. I just know it. I just know it. I just love everything about this song. But then again, I say that about all of these Hamilton songs because all of them are so unique and so different from one another, but the same vibe. Like, it works so well. I get obsessed with every song, every Hamilton song that I listen to. It is not healthy. Anyway, if you enjoyed this reaction, don't forget to leave a like or a comment. Anything you want could be highly appreciated. And if you want to know when I upload my reactions, I'm going to leave you my Patreon account in the description box down below, and feel free to check it out. I guess that's it, so we'll be seeing each other on the next reaction. Bye!